I mean, I haven't heard 20 jet planes overhead, but that would be what it was like.
Remember what I told you this morning? TION.
And it was very stressful because my son was coughing all night. I didn't know it at the time, but that would become asthma, and I had no idea.
Hear the other motorbike pictures?
We didn't hear a single tree come down because it was so noisy, and we had about between 30 and 40 trees down, and they're all really decent-sized 90-metre mature trees. The cleanup was beyond us. It was completely beyond us.
My first contact with Alice, I don't even think we even got outside to even look at the trees because there was just, Alice was really overwhelmed and just didn't know what to do. Her son had an asthma attack. No one had electricity, but worse than that, actually, there wasn't any phone contact that anyone could have either.
For most people who are experiencing a disaster, it's something that they haven't had to do before. So they're in a place they've not been in their lives before. And that can be very unsettling and distressing just by itself. Very often, if you go through a disaster, you might have also experienced some really traumatic things in the process of the event itself.
I think for Alice and her family, it felt pretty out of control at the start. Their overwhelm was based on the fact that their place looked, almost like a war zone, really, with trees everywhere.
When we thought we weren't going to get any help, we're already so overwhelmed. We're starting to think, well, with our son's asthma, maybe we need to move. It just seemed easier.
I was able to come here and talk to her about where she was at the time and how her mental health was going in terms of particularly the impact of the storm. And then we started to look at more practical supports, like can we help with some of these trees and removing some of the dangerous trees?
The trees were like this off the ground and I wouldn't let Nessim crawl under them.
Recovery support is the help that we get immediately after a disaster that enables us to pick up and continue with our lives. So it can be practical things like temporary housing or first aid or counselling. It can be reconnecting with the community. The aim is to help people to regain control of their lives after a disaster.
It was really wonderful just to have someone to debrief with. And then it became, way more practical with things like I'd be like, I think I want to see a psychologist, but this is the kind of thing I want. Who's good, who's around, I don't have much money, what can I do? So that's like tip shop material. Because you can tend to get lost in whatever issue or problem it is and just sort of fall into the swamp and then you can't see straight. Knowing there's somebody who can have you back if you need them to. It gives you sort of visibility. You can see down the road, you can see ahead.
Even though we know a lot about recovery, everyone's experience is different. And so it's important to have support after a natural disaster, and there are people who can provide that support. So speak to your GP about how you're feeling and contact counsel to see what supports are available for you.